Martes. So live mga kabombo, kapiling natin nasa linya ng ating komunikasyon si Attorney Abelardo C. Kilaton Jr., legal practitioner, CEO, and may-ari po ng Kilaton Law Office. So yan, Attorney Kilaton or Attorney Abby, good morning po. Welcome po sa aming program. Pagbati muna, Attorney, sa atin pong mga tagapakinig and mga tagapanood po.
Thank you so much. Good morning to you, Bombo Care, to the staff of Bombo Radyo Naga, and everybody who is supporting Bombo Radyo Philippines. Good morning to all of you.
Alright. So ito, Attorney, pag-usapan po natin, alam ko po na alam nyo na rin po, nabalitaan nyo na rin po, yung ginawa pong petition ng mga Mindanao lawyers na ipatigil na daw po ang impeachment kay BP Sara sa Senado. Yun po bang ginawa nila, Attorney, makaka-apekto po ba yon sa impeachment trial po sa Senate kay Vice President Sara?
The answer to that will depend, no? Pero generally, hindi po. Kasi it does not automatically affect the impeachment trial. Kasi may ibang procedure yung impeachment. Nasa legislative yan. Take note, we have 3 branches of government. Itong executive, legislative, and judiciary. Itong judiciary will only enter when there is grave abuse of discretion. Pwede naman pag mapatunayan, pero at the moment, generally speaking, the mere filing of a petition will not affect or stop the process for impeachment. So tuloy pa rin unless there is a legal intervention from the Supreme Court or even from the Congress itself pag hininto nila. But with the mere filing, the impeachment trial will proceed based on the established rules.
Alright. So ito, Attorney, puntahan natin yung claim ng Mindanao lawyers. Yung claim po nila, especially ni Attorney Torion, na wala naman daw pong nalabag si BP Sara sa articles of impeachment. Kaya hindi daw po siya dapat na-impeach. Kung kayo, Attorney, yung tatanungin, sinasang-ayunan po ba ito ng atin pong constitution o ng batas po, Attorney Kilaton?
Well, that statement, if I will make a conclusion of law, I will be subject to the sub judice rule. Kaka-discuss lang yung may na-disbar na lawyer, no? So, careful tayo dyan because we're not allowed to interfere into any proceedings. But if it's just a legal conclusion, the burden of proof, itong burden of proof, yung kailangan mong, ikaw muna yung mag-present ng prueba na walang kasalanan yung kliyente mo. So, in that case, the claim that yung si VP Sara did not violate any articles of impeachment, that is already a conclusion of law. It's for the judges or justices to make that conclusion. It can be a claim, but it's just a conclusion. So it's not binding, it doesn't hold waters. And that can only be determined in this case through proper impeachment proceedings. Now, the House of Representatives, itong sa lower house, they already evaluated the allegations based on public knowledge, no, and found probable cause. So this case will now proceed to the Senate for trial. The law allows the process to expose the violations based on evidence and constitutional grounds. So going back, sang-ayon ba ako sa claim ni Atty. Torion? Well, I cannot make because I don't have the evidence with me, so I cannot make a legal conclusion on that matter. Pero pwede naman, it can go further and be proven in court, pero the burden of proof is now in the part of the petitioner pa. Wala pa sa Senate. Nasa kay Atty. Torion pa.
Alright. Very well said po, Attorney Kilaton. Ano po? Ito, para sa kaalaman po ng ating tagapakinig and tagapanood, Attorney, meron po bang jurisdiction ang Supreme Court na ipatigil po ang impeachment kay BP Sara? Pero kung wala po, sino po ba yung magde-decide nito, Attorney Kilaton?
That's a very good question. I'll try to explain in layman's term. No? I'm going to touch the principles of separation of powers at saka blending of powers. Ito yung concept ng separation of powers. Balik tayo doon. Yung Constitution, the Constitution created 3 branches of government. Balik tayo doon. Yung executive, legislative, at saka Supreme Judiciary Department. So, they have different functions. Okay? Now, with respect to impeachment, the jurisdiction falls in this case before the Senate kasi tapos na dun sa House of Representatives. So, it's the Senate judges. Of course, they still have to follow the rules of court kasi yun ang sabi ng batas. Pero, the jurisdiction at the moment is before the Senate. Yung Supreme Court, generally, by virtue of the principle of separation of powers, generally does not have jurisdiction to stop an impeachment because impeachment is a political process handled by the Congress. However, in cases where there are clear constitutional violations or grave abuse of discretion, the Supreme Court may review procedural aspects. Why am I saying that? It's simply because it's the Constitution, the 1987 Constitution provided that power to the judiciary. Noong panahon ni President Marcos Sr., wala yang power na yan. Pero ngayon, dinagdagan na yung judicial power. Outside Article 8, Judicial Department, Section 1, sabi doon, the judicial power shall be vested in one Supreme Court and in such lower courts as may be established by law. Yung second paragraph dyan, sabi niya, judicial power includes the duty of the courts to settle actual controversies involving rights which are legally demandable and enforceable. Yun, pasok yun sa Judiciary Department. Pero, yung second part dyan, sabi niya, it can determine whether or not there has been grave abuse of discretion amounting to lack or excess of jurisdiction on the part of any branch, any branch or instrumentality of the government. So, that simply provides that the Supreme Court can check other branches of government if there is grave abuse of discretion amounting to lack or excess of jurisdiction. Pag may abuso na sa diskresyon, then papasok na dyan ang Supreme Court. So at the moment, wala pa, pero pag mapatunayan na may grave abuse of discretion, the Supreme Court has the power to interpret and declare grave abuse of discretion on the part of any branch or instrumentality of government. Yun po.
Alright, very well said po, Attorney Kilaton. Ito, idagdag ko pang katanungan na Attorney, ano po? Para sa inyo, Attorney, matibay po bang ebidensya para ma-impeach si VP Sara yung kanya pong mga ginawa na about sa confidential funds, sa death threat po na ginawa niya kay President Marcos, kay First Lady Lisa, kay Speaker Romualdez? Matibay po bang ebidensya yon, Attorney, para ma-impeach si VP Sara? And para sa kaalaman ulit po ng lahat, Attorney, gaano po katagal yung process po ba ng impeachment?
Okay, doon muna ako sa simpleng tanong, gaano katagal yung impeachment process? Yun nga, it will be through a complaint doon sa lower house, tapos may committee na ma-assign dyan, and then the lower house will vote. Yun nga lang nangyari ngayon. So, marami yung votes in favor of impeaching Vice President Sara. So, it was approved. The impeachment case will now go to the upper house. Yung mga senator, sila na yung magiging judges. That's the only time when the senators will become judges. So, following the rules of court recited by the yung Chief Justice, yun nga, pag marami yung vote, then the impeachment will be approved. Yun ang yung pinakamabilis na explanation sa impeachment process. Now, on the weight of the evidence, ito, babalik talaga ako dyan sa sub judice rule kasi not even a lawyer can discuss the merits of a complaint once it is already there in the court. Pag nasa Supreme Court na, even the media, we are not allowed to discuss kung sino ba yung mabigat na ebidensya. Well, the public can do that, pero it has a greater weight and responsibility on the part of the professionals, especially lawyers at saka sa media. So we cannot discuss that. However, what I can say as a general rule, it will depend on the burden of proof. Burden of proof, parang bola yan eh, pasa-pasa yan eh, parang basketball. So the petitioner has the burden of proof. Pag na-present na niya yung mga evidence niya, yung kabila naman, as part of due process, they will also be entitled to give comments. No? And then the Supreme Court will weigh it carefully, and then if they found kung sino yung justice weighing scale, itong background ko parang weighing scale. So kung sino yung mabigat, doon papanig yung hustisya. And at the moment, it as strong as the evidence may appear in public opinion, we do not know because there may be other dimensions of truth which hindi natin nakikita eh. We just have to trust the justices in giving an opinion and verdict on whether or not there was really grave abuse of discretion on the procedure. Kasi sa tingin ko procedure yung basis nila sa pag-destroy sa validity ng impeachment process. So we don't have the we are prohibited from discussing by virtue of the sub judice rule.
Alright po. Ito, mga karagdagang tanong na lang, attorney, ano po? Sa tingin nyo, attorney, kailangan pa po ba ng special session para po sa impeachment ni VP Sara Duterte, attorney Kilaton?
I don't think so. Yung ano lang, yung procedure lang, it should be followed. Diretso na yun. It would be conducted by the Senate, patuloy lang while the petition is still hearing, unless, of course, if the Supreme Court will provide a TRO, a temporary restraining order, yan, dyan papasok. Pero pag wala, the impeachment process will still continue.
Alright. Yon, very well said, attorney. So ito, bago tayo matapos, attorney, mensahe po natin sa public para patuloy pong maging aware yung public regarding po sa impeachment case ni VP Sara. Sige po, attorney Kilaton, bigay ko po sa inyo ang linya.
Sige, thank you po. Every time I make a statement in social media or mainstream media, yung what I advocate or promote is always for the people to trust the rule of law. Kasi we have rule of law. Justice is not just one side, it's two sides. So, we may see one dimension of truth, pero hindi pa natin nakikita yung ibang dimension of truth. So, before we make any conclusion, before we make any harsh comments in media or social media, let's be kind. Because in this case, impeachment is a constitutional mechanism. Binigay yan ng batas designed to uphold accountability while promoting public officials from politically motivated attacks. It is also important to allow legal procedures to take their course while respecting the rule of law and due process of law. So, the public should remain careful and informed about the legal proceedings as well as impeachment proceedings. Thank you po.
Yon, very well said ulit, attorney. Maraming salamat po, attorney, sa pagpaunlak ulit sa aming interview. At least, naliwanagan po kami regarding po ulit dito sa impeachment case ni VP Sara. So, maraming salamat, attorney. Ingat po kayo palagi sa inyong pong location.
My pleasure. Okay, thank you also.
Ayan, mga kabombo, si Attorney Abelardo Kilaton Jr., ang legal practitioner, CEO ng Kilaton Law Office. At nakanood kita, mga kabombo, naman ning panibagong learning digdi po sa impeachment trial o impeachment